And I think I'm live. So, hello, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another episode of My Story, My Journey. Today is the 10th episode of my series, My Story, My Journey. And for those of you who is new from on this page, hello everyone. My name is Melrose, and yeah, so my name is Melrose, and I am a mom and a digital business owner. And I am doing a live interview of the business owners in my community to make them share what they about their journey. And yeah. So while I am waiting for my guest, she's just fixing her camera, and yeah, it's although we are a business owner, we also have a family to take care of. So just please bear with us, and yes, so so while I am waiting for my guest, who are you going to laugh? My son is playing around with me. Come here. Yes, so come here, Claire. While we're waiting for my guest. So here's my son, and he just is it lunch break? Lunchtime?
Yes.
Yeah. I You can eat the food and eat your lunch. Yes, so yeah, that's my son. That he is doing online class this week, and stop it said, and he like to mess up with me when he's done. So yeah, so I think my guest is ready. So we'd like, but before that, I would like to welcome my viewers who's here with me today. So I'm saying hi to Sheila. He said hi, Ganda. I think you're talking about yourself. And my sister is also watching. She is in Dubai. And yeah, so I'm going to continue to my interview for today. And yeah, my guest is ready, and I'm going to invite her in.
Hello. Good morning, Milrose. Good morning,
Hello, good
dear
morning.
viewers. How are
Thank
you?
you so much. I'm
Thank
good.
you.
How are
Thank you for
you?
having me here. I'm good. Yes. And
I'm
so great.
I am starstruck because it's my first time. To all our viewers, yeah, it's my first time to be talking to Katrina in virtually, yeah. And we
Yes.
haven't met. This is the kind of business we are in. We meet people from all over the world, and we just connect, and that's how it is. And so,
Yes.
without further ado, I am going to give the floor to you, Katrina. Please tell us about yourself. What have you been doing before, prior to this business? And yeah, so please tell us something about yourself.
Oh, yes,
Thank
definitely. So first of all, I'm also a fellow Filipina like Milrose. I am an immigrant here in Canada, specifically in Toronto. So I moved here with my family, my husband and my two boys back then in 2016. Now I have three boys.
you.
So my third one, I gave birth to him 2019, and he was just 2 months old when I started the business. And I think when I before having him, like couple of months before having him, that was the momentous momentous time for me, because that's when I started really to look something to do online. And back in the Philippines, I think you've also mentioned that in your invitation to your
Yes.
on your Facebook page. So thank you for that. Yes, you're correct. I used to be a life insurance advisor, also a registered nurse, a TV production staff back in the
Wow.
Philippines, and the usual reason of finding more greener pasture for the family. So we decided to leave all those behind. Also, my husband has a career, like an 18-year long career
Wow.
in television, and so he decided to leave that as well and then start anew here in Canada. And of course, the usual immigrant story. We generally speaking, we start with odd jobs, just to make ends meet, and adjust to our new environment, our new home. And yeah, so we this is our fifth year here in Canada.
Wow. Fifth year. Actually, I sneaked on your profile on your page, and I saw the day when you just moved into Canada, and I saw those boxes that it's
The
piled up.
balikbayan, the balikbayan
And then,
box. Yeah.
yeah, you mentioned about you did not know yet about IKEA, and then you were so happy to be
Yeah, for sure. Because we don't know yet. We were very fortunate that we have like a relative of a friend who's a property administrator here in
okay.
Canada. So he was able to help us find an apartment, and it's very convenient. It's also here in the same neighborhood still, and the school of the kids is just like at the back of the
Oh,
apartment. So it's just like literally going down, and then the kids' school are there. And yeah, we don't know yet where to get furniture. So our very first dining table was the box, the balikbayan box. For the fellow Filipinos there, you very well know that, right? That's where we stuff all our belongings and then move here or either send back home to the Philippines. Right, so that's our very first dining table, and then okay, now we found IKEA. Yeah.
I, it was so funny to see that like the boxes you were eating on top of the boxes and
Yeah, we look back, now we look back at that moment, and
yes,
it's a fun experience, right?
yes. So thank you for that. So you said you work in the you came here and you work as a life insurance advisor. Is that it?
No, I was a life insurance advisor back in the
Back in the
Philippines.
Philippines.
Yeah, so here when I came here, I started at the beginning. I cannot find jobs in an office environment. Usually here in Canada, they would want you to have a Canadian experience, so they say. But it's kind of a chicken and egg situation because
Yeah,
you don't really have that experience if nobody hires you, right? So
yeah,
in the first 6 months, it's really hard. It's I will be honest with it. It's a challenge for both me and my husband, because although we have funds like savings when we came here, of course that's a requirement. But it's in if you convert that, that's from Philippine peso to Canadian dollars. Of course, it gets depleted fast, right? Like we were just already on panic mode on our third
yeah.
month because we were like, oh no, we don't have a stable job and our funds are getting depleted. And yeah, so I started looking for contractual work. I worked at a lingerie factory, warehouse. We put like lingerie wear online orders and we pack those up 7 hours. What's that? 6.5 hours standing up. I only have like 30 minutes of break. Oh my goodness. I was like, okay, just 1 week. And then I moved to another one. This one I enjoyed more
Yeah.
than the first one. I was a kitchen staff of a private school. So it's summer back then. So it's like a 2.5 month stint. So I help, it's a private school. So everyone has we cater to the meals. So we prepare that lunch, snacks, so I've cut the most amount of vegetables and fruits in my entire life, and I can still feel it, the callus
Uh,
on my hand.
welcome.
Yeah, so I was
Actually, I
like,
have.
okay, okay, okay. And there was a point back then that I was like wiping also, not just on the kitchen, but also on the dining area. I would
Yes.
prepare the salad bar, things like that, and I would wipe off the the table. And I vividly remember telling myself, okay, Lord, I'm appreciating this, but I know this is just a phase.
A
You know,
face. Yes.
it's just a season in my life. It's not that I just feel that I can do more, right? And more because my leaning is going to the corporate job. So yeah, that was my. And then after that, I was able to get finally land my first corporate job in a law firm as a filing clerk without even having any law experience. So I stayed there for almost a year, more than a year. And then that's when I found my latest job as an admin assistant in an investment firm. So kind of more in sync with my background in the Philippines, because I did have
Yeah.
like a life insurance advisor, financial background. So that was that one. So 2 years, and then yeah, so I was finally able to quit that as well and be full time.
Wow. You work different. You had different careers back then. You
Yes,
can do
because
everything. You can do anything here.
I think it always comes back to, because I'm trying to find that balance, right?
Yeah.
Career and family life. So I was like, okay, what should I really do? Because my main goal is, earn more.
Mm-hmm.
Not just because of the money itself, but what that can do
What? Yeah.
for my family, right? I really love like the broadcast communication background that I
Thank you.
had, because my main goal there is really to travel and tell people about my travels, like the world,
Okay.
right? So that's still in me, and I think once COVID is done, our family will be traveling more. Yes.
So let's move forward to you finding the digital business. I mean, how did you find about it?
Yes. So when December 2018, so I was 7 months pregnant back then. And I know that March, first week of March 2019, I'll be going to my parental leave here in Canada, right?
Yes.
We have a 55% of employment insurance, meaning you'll be able to get that percentage of your previous income. So I'm grateful for that. But as you know, even if it's there, but it's half of the income, but the expenses are not changing, right? And so
Yeah.
I thought to myself, oh no, I should have something extra, because back then I'll be going to my parental leave, and then my
Mm-hmm.
husband was a full time student. So literally, we are depending on the government.
Yes.
Canada's government is amazing. Like
Yes.
it's very family oriented. All the support, especially like the child subsidy,
Benefit.
something,
Yes.
child tax benefits. I meant, but at a certain point, you will realize, hey, I did not go here to Canada to be just dependent on the government,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So I needed to find something, and I was looking online. I was thinking of doing English teaching again, because back in
Yeah.
the Philippines, when I got my nursing degree, on the side I taught Japanese students English, like all ages,
Oh
from
yeah.
7 years old to like 70, 80 years old, like one-on-one online lessons. I was thinking of that, but I thought, okay, we do have like this one bedroom apartment. If I do that, I need a quiet place to teach, so I
Mm-hmm.
can teach my students properly. And the time difference, like, because before I was in the Philippines, so it just kind of maybe
Yeah.
1 hour difference, with Japan, or maybe almost the same. But here it's a totally different one, right? And with the newborn, so it's kind of um, a challenge. But so I keep on thinking about it. And one time, I was not really looking for a business, because I don't have any
Mm-hmm.
business backbone in my body, right? I just wanted a side income to supplement whatever, like the 45% that would be missing from our household income, right? And then I
Yeah.
saw this couple's post on social media, like they're just telling about their story, how they found their story, and then how like they're also used to be struggling financially, and then what solution they found, and they found this online community and the success. So I saw the testimonial, so I click on it,
Yeah.
And actually, before clicking on that, I saw they very much resonated with me because they were practicing this financial steps. It's Dave
Mm-hmm.
Ramsey. He's a U.S. Financial expert. So, and that time I was reading that, so I kind of resonated with them. I snooped on them, so I was like, "What is this couple doing? They're very huge on their faith. They're very vocal on that." And then I'm seeing their videos, their photos. I was like, "Okay, if this persons are doing some kind of shady thing, that means they won't be showing up like that, right?"
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I checked it out, and I remember watching. They invited me to a webinar, and then I watched that. I think in portions because I used to watch it in my way to work. So
Yeah.
it's very convenient. You can watch the replay anytime, but they do have like a live workshop as well. And then yeah, and that was the start of it all. I didn't start my business right away because that was January. I saw their post, and I started officially March, and
March.
then of 2019. And then because I told myself, okay, I'll just give birth and then I'll get back to this, because when I saw the workshop, oh, it blew my mind. It was always on the back of my mind.
Yeah. Mind blow. Mind
Hello,
blowing.
everyone. Sheila, Jasmine, Revelyn,
Yeah.
Helen,
We
Rome, and
we're gonna say
Edward.
hi to these people. There's Revelyn. She's also from Toronto. I think. There's Helen. She is in Hawaii, and
Oh,
also
somewhere
Vilma.
forever.
They said hello to us, and yeah, thank you guys for tuning with
Everybody.
us and bearing with us, and yes. So to continue, so so you have this digital business, and oh my God, you are really amazing.
Thank
You are
you.
always on top of the list. You are really inspiring a lot of people, and we are thanking you for that. So you, what keeps you going into this business? Because this business is not always sweet and easy and that. So what keeps you going into doing this digital business? What's motivating you to do this?
Yeah, for sure. I think motivation, as I read somewhere, it washes up, right? It's not always consistently within you, but if you have enough reasons to continue whatever you're doing, maybe if this business, or you're still on your day job, or whatever work you're doing, and you have a goal, you have reasons to wake up, and I think that's what keeps me going, right? Because I'm still, of course, working on my vision, uh, my goals, my vision, and it all goes back to the basics, my family, right? I'm still
Yeah,
working on my goals for my family. Want to have our own house, of course. Want to have I want to be able to get my family here in Canada, but since we are on the lockdown globally, we kind of paused on that. Um, but apart from the financial aspect of things, like
yes,
financial goals that I have, of course, um, the fact that at a certain point this business becomes bigger than myself. Of course, I just want this is for myself, this is for my family, but realizing that I'm also helping other families, or other parents, especially like me with young children, realize that yes, there is another option out there, and we can achieve financial freedom in a shorter amount of time. Like, this is not a quick get rich quick scheme,
no,
right? But
mm-hmm.
it definitely is way faster than my 9 to 5, which maybe would take me like 10 more years to pay off my debts or start looking for a house, things like that. Um, yeah, it motivates me, my family, and also helping other people, show them, that's part of my mission right now, show them that there is another option out there.
Yes, yeah. There's option A and there's option B and there's if that option B doesn't work, you can go as to we have how many letters in the alphabet. You can go as many options as we
Oh yes, I love
have.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, this was just my plan B, and now this is my plan A. So I
yeah.
never
See,
expected that to happen so soon. So I'm really grateful.
I'm getting chicken skin. You know, it's where
As
you
well.
just think that it's just getting into me.
I
Yeah,
love your pink, by the way. So we're both wearing pink. I like
thank you. Yeah, we love pink.
that.
Yeah, so going back to the year that passed, 2020 is not a really very good year for most people, and we are still in that. So, what are you proud of? What achievements are you proud of that you have achieved in 2020,
Uh,
despite of the challenges that we
yeah, of course, we acknowledge the fact that 2020 is not really a good year for most.
have? Mm-hmm.
And of course, we also felt that here with our family. Um, the children are going online learning,
Yeah,
and it's driving us nuts as
I
parents,
can
right?
agree. I have three kids
So we
too.
are adjusting on that. I think, ironically, although 2020 is, yeah, globally it's not a good one. Ironically, it is our most abundant year, for my family personally. Why? There's a lot. I think the top of the list is the thing that the fact that I was able to quit my job, my 9 to 5, right? To have that freedom to do that, to hit that send button when I submitted my resignation. It's
Wow.
such a liberating experience, and I want others to experience that too, if that's on your goal list, right? And of course, it did not happen overnight. My husband and I talked about it over and over again. Is this the right decision to do? Because we are groomed to get good grades, study hard, go to a good university or
Yes.
school, graduate, climb the corporate ladder, things like that, and just to wait for retirement to enjoy life, right? So that's our
Mm-hmm.
mindset, and that's also my mindset. And I was like, I've never thought of being able to walk away from that and then start this entrepreneurial journey and help others do the same as well. So I think that's one of the yeah, you can say I'm most proud of. And also, there's so many other things like being able to pay off debts and moving my family in this new place in downtown Toronto. We were just squished in a one bedroom and growing family of three boys. So I was able to move them here we were able to move in a two-bedroom apartment here in same neighborhood, newer facilities, the comfort and yeah, the convenience is still there. And of course, giving back to my parents back home in the Philippines, they are my biggest whys as well, because
Mm-hmm.
I thought coming here to Canada 2 years is enough and then I'll be able to get them. Unfortunately, no, right? Because we have to satisfy that income requirement to be able to get them, even just a tourist, just to stay
Yes.
here temporarily. And they're growing old, right? And I want them to experience being with their grandchildren. And so just after, yeah, early last year, I checked our household income. And even if it's just my income, not including my husband, is I already satisfied, not only satisfy, but also um, what do you call that, bypass, what do you call that, surpass the income requirement of the government for me to be able to invite my family. But of course, we're just pausing that for now because of the global health situation. And yeah, giving back generously to our church family as well. There's so
Mm-hmm.
many things that I'm grateful for this business. And I feel like I'm just starting, really. And so as you go on, like your vision enlarge,
Yeah.
and okay, so I can do this, other people can do this, I can do this, and definitely
Yeah. It's adding up.
Yeah, yeah, it just adds up. So I'm just so grateful. God's grace, of course. I won't be able to do this
Yeah,
without His grace.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we are also very proud of what you have achieved and is achieving and will be achieving very very soon. Yeah, we are always there being inspired by all you do. So, um, what is there any struggles that you encounter in this business? Any struggles?
Oh yeah, definitely. To begin with, when I started this, my husband is was not on the same boat as I am. You know, he was the usual skeptic, but I think that's pretty normal, right? Because
Yes,
it's
yes.
actually a smart way to to look at things, a smart way to react, because this is not a familiar territory, and it's our brain's way of saying, okay, this is self-preservation. Think before you do anything, right? So that's okay. But I think on the third month, he started to, transforming or going on my side, because he knows that I'm serious and I'm dealing with real professional people here, and that this is legitimate. We pay taxes on it, also here in Canada, and yeah. So I think yeah, I think that's one of the biggest challenges for me. Aside from, yeah, time management at the beginning, because I don't know what I'm doing,
Mm-hmm.
what I was doing back then, and I have a family. And when I went back to work, okay, how do I manage all these things on my plate? But, it always goes back to your question, like what motivates me, right?
Yeah,
So your why, if it's really strong, then if you have that reasons to do this, then whatever challenges you have, you're gonna do what you're gonna do, even if sometimes you don't feel like it, right? Sometimes, yeah,
yeah.
okay,
I know.
I feel like sleeping in, things like that. But I do wake up. I am a morning person, so.
Mm-hmm.
But I think even if you're not a morning person, right, as long as you want to do something, you need to do it, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So, what your kids are doing online classes right now, or
Yeah,
yeah?
they are age 12 and 7, and then the other one is 2. Yeah, they're
Okay.
all doing online learning since 2 weeks ago, and I think it will continue up until February 10 here in Ontario.
Yeah. Me, I have a 16-year-old, a 12, and a 4-year-old. So,
Oh, nice. Are they
yeah.
also doing online learning?
The two older ones are doing online just this week, but the next week they're gonna go back to the online the physical presence. But the little one, he's at school. He's the one exposed to the people. The
The
little
younger
one,
one?
the
The
youngest,
youngest. Oh,
4
yeah.
years old.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so here in Quebec we are also in lockdown, and we have the curfew until 8 o'clock, that nobody will supposed to be out unless you have a valid reason to be out. So, yeah, and
I
the
think
police are
you
really.
guys are later. Ours is 7 here in Ontario, so they're, yeah,
Oh.
1 hour allowance.
So we have to we're thankful for another hour
Yeah.
of our being.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
so.
it's kind of hard in a way, because you cannot see your friends
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
socially, right? But at the end of the day, yeah, we just need to follow the guidelines
follow the
so
guidelines.
we
Yeah.
stay safe. And we're very grateful for the safety and the health, our health right now, being alive. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. There are so many things to be thankful for at the moment. And yeah, so I just want to ask you a quick message for all the viewers out there, for the people who are in the business and people who are not in the business.
Okay, first of all, if you're already if you have the online business already, um, just continue, push through. Always comes back. If you're having a challenging day, and if you're doubting if this business will also work for you or not, always go back to your why. I'm no different than you. I'm just an ordinary person. The difference only lies on how bad you want change. and how and taking action, right? Of course, it's not
Yeah.
enough. Okay, I really want to be debt free
Yeah.
this year, but what steps are you doing for that, right? And yeah, so just have that faith. And I think the more important thing here is not just following the technical aspect of things,
Mm-hmm.
but working on your heart, working hard on yourself first. That was one of the most top of learning lessons for me is working on myself first. I do this morning routine. My husband sometimes tell me, "Okay, you're doing your ritual, so you cannot." Our community is very huge on mind setting, right? And
Yes.
personally, I practice this miracle morning book. Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
I have it here.
Yeah. And while you're at that, I'm looking at the pictures
You know that
behind.
one, the
They're so
miracle
cute.
morning
Okay.
for entrepreneurs. So here it shows about morning practices. I do silence or meditation. It stands for savers, so it stands for silence, affirmation,
Mm-hmm.
voicing out what you want to happen in your life, and also visualization. Uh,
Yeah.
Exercise. I do have like 5 minute yoga most of the time. Reading, I read. I read. I love reading, but for the past years, I haven't gotten really into it. But now
Mm-hmm.
I've already finished like two books, and it's just January. So you can do
Wow.
audible, or you can read whatever works for you, right? And reading, and the last one is scribing, like writing whatever you want to write, like your goals, your to-dos, your visions, your affirmations, things like that. So I think that's one of the game changers that really helped me in the business, working hard for yourself. Even if you're not in the if you're in the business or not, I think working hard for
Mm-hmm.
yourself, like personal development, is really important. And if you're watching this live or in the replay and you're wondering, what is Melrose doing, what is Katrina doing online, why are they doing this go live? Because we want to share that there is another option out there.
Yeah.
You can have either an extra income earning online without bugging friends and family selling something, right? And yeah, so just do your due diligence, ask questions. You can ask Melrose, and of course, discern if this is really going to be for you. And of course, just check it out. We're real people. We won't be here like very public if we're doing something not good, right? And just do your diligence and pray about it. And I always say, yeah, from here also, um, there are no accidents, always divine appointments, right? It's only God who can give us the divine appointments. But at the end of the day, it's only us who can keep that, right? So how bad do you want the change? And imagine yourself a year from now. Imagine that you have
Oh,
all the goal, the health, the finances, the relationships that you all dream for, and pin that in your mind, and how will it feel like, right? And all of a sudden it will elevate you already. And so just check it out. And if you think this is also for you, or if this is not for you, you will never know unless
yeah.
you look it up,
Unless you
right?
try.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you so much for that wonderful message you've given and for sharing all your story, your journey. And yes, thank you so
Thank
much.
you for your
So,
this opportunity. And yes, so Melrose is inviting you. Check her link, melrosejourney.com. You'll be redirected to a page. Also, you can register for the free webinar. It's every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Toronto time. What time is that in Quebec? Same time,
and
right?
it's the same. We have the same
Same
time.
time. Yeah. And it's a 90-minute webinar. It will tell you more about how to start your very own online business. And yeah, so it starts there. And then if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Melrose. And we're
Yeah, I
happy to
also
see you.
put out the for
Oh,
those
that's
who wants to reach out with Katrina. Here is her
Oh yes,
website, the
definitely.
www.katrinaluna-umali.com.
Thank you.
Yep,
Oh, there you
and
have the Tuesday, Thursday. I love that. The crawler. 18 Canada,
it's
Wednesday.
crawling. I feel like I am in the
Yeah,
TV
9 a.m.
production.
Philippines for those in the Philippines. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, May, Revelyn, and all the rest. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, there's Ate Nikki. She's currently in the Philippines, and there's Revelyn is
Revelyn.
also. She's from Mississauga.
Mississauga.
And
Oh, we're just maybe 30, 40 minutes away from.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, when the time or the everything permits, can guys meet up? Yeah,
Yeah.
I miss those meetups.
Yes. All
Yeah,
right.
there's also May from Saskatchewan.
Oh, we're all
She
over.
yes, we are being watched by people,
Yeah.
real people being watched by real people.
Global.
Yes, yes. So thank you so much, Katrina, and I am really thankful that you said yes to this interview. I am really feeling awesome that you are giving this opportunity to me and to other people to hear your story, to be sharing your life story to to all who needed or maybe wanted to hear this. And yeah,
Thank you for
and
the opportunity. And yes, it's a pleasure. It's an honor to be able to do this, to pay it forward. Because I also was like, just like everyone else at the beginning, right? It's drawing inspiration from people that I watch, and that's a huge thing for me. So I believe, in my way, this is how I create that ripple effect. It may be small, but at the end of the day,
yes,
conquer the ocean.
the small things add up, and it always starts from small beginnings. So yeah, so thank you so much. So this is the 10th episode of My Story, My Journey, and I will see you again for the next episodes. I have some people lined up in this episode. I have one next week. I have Donna Risa coming up, and I will have Tanvir. I forgot his last name. Yeah, I have got Tanvir coming up, and also I think, I'm not sure if it's your coach or, yeah, the McCallums are coming,
Oh, that was nice. Yes, our one of the
and also the Obesas. I also invited the Obesas, and they said yes to me too. So
that
yes,
was
so
nice. All
we
lined
have
up for the
people.
year. And
I
I
have
believe you
people lined
for
up
doing
here.
this, Milrose. I've seen your page, so many go live, and yeah, and also
Yeah, I
inspiring
am
people. It's a huge thing.
introvert. I mean, I am always shy, and now I am exposing myself.
See,
That's a
that's what
big
this is
personality
to
thing.
do, right? We have all that introverted part of us, but we go out of our comfort zones because we
Yes,
have a bigger purpose, right? Thank
yeah.
you.
Thank you so much. So I think that's it for today, and we hope to see you in the inside. And take care, and God bless everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye
everyone.
bye.
Rose.
Bye bye, Katrina. Thank you.